everybody out there, it's Charlie, the left side, with my man Vin Pacaro, the strong side, Tony, Two Smokes. We are back again for another fantastic show.
Tony, thanks for being here. Tony,
Wise Guys Barbecue, ready to go. And you know, Vin.
What?
I was just kicking around in my head the other day. And I don't do too much thinking, but
yeah.
I think sometimes we need to get a little refresher course about what we're all about. You know, let's talk about why we got into this in the first place.
It's not a bad idea, but yes, it's not a bad idea. But here's why I was thinking same thing, Charlie, was there's a whole bunch of people that don't know.
Exactly.
We're up over 800 subscribers right now, folks. Thank you. Please like and subscribe and share.
Ring that bell.
And ring that bell, absolutely. And and share it. Get some people to click through on this stuff because you guys have been super nice to us and we really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And, we went back, right? Because if you remember when we were stuck, I think it was 56. We had 56 subscribers for
crazy
8 months. Something stupid like that. And we were like, what's going on? And you were like, I love you, 56 guys. But then all of a sudden, I think 56 is a sweet spot. There's probably 700 people now that don't know who the hell we are.
Yeah.
Or why we do this. So we should probably revisit it. I think it's a good idea. Do you remember episode 1? That was 60 episodes ago.
Episode 1, I think I was wearing my Godzilla shirt.
You were wearing
we're sitting in your
library.
You're in your library with pictures of your family all over the place, and it was really good. And we just started talking about, hey, we're a couple of guys that we like to eat, like to cook. You do anyway.
Yep.
And
we
just want to have a good time and talk about things that we love. And we're not wise guys by any means.
Nope. We never claim to be wise. We claim to be entertaining.
Correct. And somebody once said to us, when we were cooking out, what are you guys, a couple of wise guys?
And it stuck.
Boom.
And it stuck. And that's exactly it.
Stuck.
We were cooking for the kids. We used to cook for tailgates for the football games, and we'd sit there and we'd do whatever. And we had no clue what we were doing back then, and we probably have no clue what we're doing back right now, but we know we love it, and we love the community, right? That's the amazing part. We've met so many incredible people, and we only been doing this 15 months. And the people we've met in 15 months, super, super incredible, sweethearts, give you shirt off their back, tell you what time it is whenever you want. Couple jerks, okay.
There's always a couple.
Nobody's perfect.
But, it's amazing now that we've been doing, we got 140 long version videos, right? Between the cooks, Tommy the Butcher, that maniac, and this podcast and some other things we did, some feature interviews that we did.
Yep.
We're over 140 of those, and then we got 145 shorts. So we got, close to 300 pieces of content in 15 months. It's been a whirlwind.
Let's be honest. Be honest. It blew up, and we weren't expecting it to go as expansive as. We had a lot of ideas. We're sitting at the bar that night.
Yep.
Hey, we need to do something.
It always starts at the bar. Doesn't every good and/or bad idea start at the bar?
You got a valid point,
Tony. Now you know your role. You need to write these things down.
Well, I'm trying. But listen, before you get into it, let me just tell you my opinion. So I've known both you guys for 20 plus years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Well, we'll consider 20 because I'm only 29. So I met you guys when I was 9. But I'm sitting and she was like, "Oh, we're doing the podcast, this episode, whatever." And I'm like, "What podcast?" He had told me a long time ago, and I just blew it off. And I'm like, "What podcast?" Barbecue. I'm like, "I love that stuff." Yeah. So I started listening, and I had no idea that there was that many competitions in New England. I think there's none because we're not Texas, right? We're not Kentucky.
Yep.
So I'm like, we got nothing up here. Yep. Then after listening to your podcast, all the information of the podcast, the information of all the barbecue places, and I'm like, oh my gosh, all these tournaments are in New England.
Right.
Nobody was more shocked than us.
I had no idea. I thought there was none. You're telling me it's 9 or 10 every year. Now I'm like, I'm subscribing to Nebs. I'm subscribing to everyone. Humphrey Smokers, I'm going to get one.
Yeah.
But all these places, I had no idea they existed in New England.
No, it's
that's crazy.
The amount of information you guys bring to the community.
So we're not once a week plugging into Facebook and just talking on the boob, right? We're sitting there and we're going out and we're creating content. Be it the restaurateurs, be it the competitors, be it the competitions, tips and tricks, what good equipment to have and not have. These are things that, at any level, people are interested in because there are people that are total novice at this thing, and there's people that have been doing it pre-pandemic, right? So there's amazing cross-section of folks that love to hear this stuff and love to even, contribute. We get so many comments from folks that it's awesome. It's just like almost, if I really wanted to be pompous, I could have a full-time job just reading and answering those things.
Yep.
But it's amazing. And, like I said, 800 subscribers, 2,500 watched hours. We're climbing, we're growing. I wanted to try to crush all the minimum numbers, threshold numbers on YouTube year one. Couldn't get to it. We're on pace to be like 18 months out. I'd love to see that just because, but regardless, you sit there and you understand what you're up against in creating content to thrive. And every time we grow exponentially. And the quality of the content's there, that platform promotes you more. So next thing you know, where you were getting 300 looks, you're getting 3,000 looks. And they just love that stuff. Yeah, they can play either side of that promotion, but, we want to keep with the creative content that we have, the folks behind the scenes that you don't know that work on this stuff with us, that give us quality goods, and we got a couple of them we're going to talk about in a little bit. I don't even want to jump right in now because I don't want to overload it. I want to hear more from these guys. But, we got documentary interviews coming your way on this channel, which is awesome and different. And we'll tell you why in a little bit. Forget about DestinationQ. I want to get into that starting in November. But that's, I'm glad you brought it up, Chip. It's important, not for the people who know us, not for those 56 guys.
Those hardcore, diehard, Vin and Chip,
day
fat
one
guy loving
some,
people.
Here's something scary. There are just some people that like to hear from us once a week. And that scares the life out of me. But regardless, So here we are, and we're gonna get you more information on what's coming up soon. But this is why we do it. It started off. We had a small little, right. Tony had asked me at the beginning of the show when I told him what we're kind of what the premise was going to be this week. He asked me like, why do you even do this? And we started out. My idea was a vlog. I wanted to have some kind of news articles all about barbecue that people can refer to and refer back to online. And it didn't take me long to understand that, that news that was generating weekly needed to be updated, visually in a podcast. So this is where Wise Guys came from. I think the hardest part.
Well, this was, initially,
yes,
it was Rhode Island Barbecue News was the big thing.
That was the platform.
This was me and you to have a good time and talk and everything. It's just taken off.
Yeah, and not
couldn't be
to
happier.
Not to give you guys a whole bunch of cliffhangers and remind me when I forget. We got some news about Rhode Island Barbecue News too, but that in a little bit. No, exactly right. We had these articles and we're saying, this is cool, we can do this. We could blow this up in a different atmosphere. But, people wanted to start hearing, the people that knew that we were doing this wanted to hear from us. Like, why are we doing it, more or less? And this is the only way to provide that, right? With a little bit of character and kind of get out there. And
to Tony's point, when we initially started this, we kind of felt like New England was getting the short end of the stick in terms of national exposure as far as barbecue.
Right.
We were like, okay, we're not Carolina, we're not Texas. And we didn't expect to find as much content and as much, like you said, events and competitors and all kinds of crazy stuff that we've run into in the last year and change.
Yep.
We weren't expecting that from the jump, and it's just been a great surprise and just everything we wanted to do.
You were the first one that said it. You said, why Rhode Island?
Yep.
Barbecue News. Like, why, who the hell's Rhode Island? Bad enough New England.
I wasn't always on board, boys.
And I still get it, especially if you're traveling out of the country. Rhode Island, you mean Long Island, New York,
where is
Boston,
that?
Where is that? But we embraced it. We wanted to be the smallest state involved in New England with barbecue. And not that we don't want to anymore, but we understand that we need to continue to grow this platform for New England. We want to constantly contribute to our New England events and teams and restaurants nationally. So we are rebranding for the first of the year. We're not going to be Rhode Island Barbecue News anymore. We're just going to be BBQ News.
Awesome.
.com, you know.
Well,
and
that's fantastic because what I've seen, again, I've been here for a while, and Rhode Island is fantastic. What you guys have done for, I'm not going to call it a sport, but really barbecue is like a sport, right? I'm a swim official, so I understand the sport. But in this here, it's like anything, football, there's an organization that covers it all. And you guys have come in, and I want to thank you for this, because you guys have come in, put a light on what's here in New England.
Yeah.
But I don't think it stops there. This is a nationwide vision that's going to blow up that you guys don't even realize. It's something that you're going to start small, which you have, and the content that you guys bring, the information that you bring. And again, I'm a back at a barbecue. I do not claim to be a perfect barbecue person.
Yeah.
I'm going to work on it. I'm going to learn from you guys, which I have, and I'm going to learn from the people that are out there in the community. But I think this is a lot larger than you guys. And I know you're not in it. You don't do this because you're not getting paid. Yeah. You do this for the heart and the love of the sport of barbecue. And I thank you for that, because that makes a huge difference.
Yeah. I mentioned at the top of the show, we're looking at some documentary interviews. We have, and I'm going to play up here in a minute, a sample from our fire dinner with Chef Andy Textera at Newport Vineyards, which he I love him. He is such a trustworthy guy.
Oh, yeah.
I called him off. It wasn't even like, it wasn't an offer he couldn't refuse. He could have told me to go climb a tree for sure. Yeah, absolutely. But he was like, yeah, I'll do an interview with you guys. I want to see, because he did the whole fire dinner. He was cooking that day. But he sat down, he took time with Tommy the Butcher, and they hit it off, those two, and they had a great interview, and they had a great video, because we have some great creators here at Wise Guys Barbecue. And, that light bulb went off. There are so many folks and organizations like that do these things, that get their mission across at the events, but to their abilities to promote pre and post, they don't do it. They don't have a mechanism to do that. So we're doing that for them. We're calling them up and we're saying, no cost to you. We'd like to come out, do an interview with whomever you have, your board of trustees, your owner, your head guy, whomever. We'd like to come down, sit down, do a documentary, figure out anything you want to tell us about your organization. And then from there, go back and create a wonderful, video with the events that occur right after the interview's done. And then have that. Now have that for the show, have that for the organization. They can use it to promote or to report back or for whatever they want. But they'll have that ability.
And, for those people that love to see, the inner workings of these things and the behind the scenes stuff, these documentaries give you a nice taste of that. Yes. Like all the work that goes into getting this event started, like for the fire dinner, Andy's going to talk about, where he gets his food from and how he sources it. And you're going to get all that kind of information in these documentaries.
Yes.
So if that's what you're all about, you're gonna be happy.
So these will be coming out. Like I said, these will be more intermittent on the show, because we have one done and released. We have two more that are done coming out. I don't want to give the names now, but they'll be coming out in the near couple weeks future. And then we want to work with people. So and it's it's a lot, because let's say you go to an organization, we say, hey, we want to work with you. We want to do a documentary. How do you feel? Okay, who are the right people to tell us all about it? Okay, these folks, great. What do you have for content? Like, let us figure out how you want us to ask questions, how you want to supply and answer those questions. They don't know. Now, of course,
they don't expect that.
Well, they haven't pulled it all together. Yeah. They haven't haven't bundled all this up before in a package. So they need to go out and do that, right? Because we want the best film, video available for these folks. And I think it's terrific, especially how it plays back to New England. And then you plug in the players of New England and how it reflects back on, if it's regionally or nationally, how that works out. So that's something that'll be coming out. And this just adds to, what we're trying to do. Like I said, we're not just sitting here doing a chat once a week. That's what we do, and we love it because we love it.
But let's be honest, it's never really once a week. Because the text messages, the conversations are pretty much daily.
Right. No,
we just culminate it. You guys bring it together on the Friday. No, I'll be honest, I can't wait for Friday afternoon because I listen to podcasts. I'm on the road all the time.
Yeah.
Some are daily, some are every other day. But when that hits, I not only listen to it on my podcast, I actually have to watch it on the YouTube too.
Yeah.
Because when I'm driving, I want to hear it, but you can't pick it all up. So I watch when it's YouTube and I see the faces and the expressions. I mean, I can't wait for Friday afternoon
to see the funny expressions.
Dude, I mean, okay, so I'm weird. I'll give you that. But it's like, that helps me to read people and see how it all works out. You see your heart when you watch the videos.
Yeah. No, it's fun. We love it. I'm glad those 56 guys love hearing from us, and I'm loving all the new attention that we're getting. Hopefully you continue to watch and you keep coming back and you keep sharing.
And the other thing we talked about right out of the gate, and the whole way you got me into this whole thing was that you promised me we would do, barbecue, what we call BBQ Safaris, where we would travel out of state and find, the best barbecue that the country has to offer. And, we jumped out right out of the gate to the Carolinas, 2 trips.
And then we thought we knew everything.
Yeah, then we were like, oh boy, we're experts now.
No, you're right.
What a great experience that was to start off with. And I think that's when we started realizing, hey, this is a little bigger than we thought.
Mm-hmm. Right. And there's a lot more that we don't know.
A lot more to it, yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's exactly why we started it. We said, hey, look, we got to learn barbecue. Like, I didn't know what a Alabama white sauce was at the time. You know what I mean? It's not hard to figure that stuff out. We could Google the crap out of this stuff, but we said we don't want to learn it like that. We want to learn it like the people that made it, right? We want to go taste it. We want to go meet the people that made it. We want to go see who and how long they've done it, which was kind of interesting because we did meet a lot of second generational owners.
I mean, just amazing, like how it was passed down family to family in a lot of those places.
Yeah. So we did start with the Carolinas, North and South, for our first 2, and then we kind of got held up a little bit in doing another one.
Not intentionally. It just all of a sudden we realized, oh my gosh,
there was a lot going on.
We got a lot going on here, and we haven't done anything.
We had to build studios. We had to get through health issues. We had to get through a lot of stuff.
Hey,
we had to celebrate.
We
had to celebrate our first year.
But we're gonna make up for it because we got something coming up.
You were like, we're not gonna get a safari in 25, and I'm like, yeah, we went. Holy shit, you're right.
Yeah, right? It just dawned on me that day.
And so we fixed it. What are we doing?
We are going to Puerto Rico in November, and you're in.
Listen, I missed the first couple. There's no way I'm missing the next one. Yeah, it's just not happening.
I know I already apologized, but I'm apologizing for you having a room with me.
Oh, no. You didn't know? They set up the rooms where you think you're with me. But if I check in first, you're in the lobby.
Everyone else did not want a room with me, so you got the
I got the short
end of the stick.
You know something, though?
The shit end of the stick.
As long as I get to be on the safari, that short stick won't matter.
I'll take care of you. Your job's going to be getting me back to the hotel at night.
Anyway, I got broad shoulders, dude. I can carry it. We're good.
But yeah, we're gonna go to Puerto Rico, and they have this up in the hills of Puerto Rico, about 30 miles outside, about 30 miles south of San Juan. They have this stretch of whole hog barbecue joints, and they call it the Pork Highway. And I say it in Spanish, but I can't. And it's literally just a long road with different pork restaurants and live music and drinks, and on the weekend it's one of the most hopping places in Puerto Rico, and people go there all the time. It's going to be fantastic.
Is Uber a thing in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, it's called Meg.
Right. I'm just saying. I mean, we want to make sure we have all the pork we can eat. And sometimes you can't drive.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. Oh, yeah. But you know, on those first safaris, the best discovery the pork skin, the way they do their pork skin down there.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what they do on the Lechón Highway.
Yeah, the Lechón Highway, correct.
Pork on a stick highway. I can't wait to see how they manage all those, like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm assuming there's sides. I'm assuming there's other things to eat just rather than pork. And if not, that's fine. Pork is fine too.
Yeah,
but we're gonna get it done. In November. It's going to be right before Thanksgiving. God forbid if you want to come home and eat turkey after that. But
you've heard about the Thanksgiving 10 that you put on after? Yeah, we're doing the 10 and then another 10
Dude,
at Thanksgiving.
Once I found out I was coming, I've already started to try and lose some weight. So when I come back from Puerto Rico, I'm at my normal fighting weight.
Vanity.
For Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we actually, so it was me and Chip on the first one. me, Chip, and Tommy on the second one, and we weren't sure we should take Tommy because we thought we were going to kill him. We thought he was too small. He's like, he's not going to make it. He's not going to come back.
Well, we were like, what's, how's the dynamic going to be? There's two dinosaurs, then Tommy the Butcher. But, his encyclopedic knowledge of meat and booze.
Bourbon.
Yeah. I mean, the three of us, we were like three peas in a pod, man.
Speaking of bourbon, you need to go back. If you guys haven't, I know you have, but you guys put a podcast out of the myths about bourbon. You need to watch it. Because I saw that earlier. Yeah, you watch it. He has one.
Yep.
It's myths about bourbon.
Yep. Yeah,
and how it really relates. So if you guys haven't seen it, I'm not going to tell you anymore, but you got to go watch it and listen to it.
Tommy did a great job with that. He always tries to twist my arm to do more of that too, but I get nervous because I don't know how barbecue audience and a bourbon audience would mix. But I guess we could try.
I don't know. I like bourbon. I like barbecue.
I like drinking it.
Well, you think a lot of the barbecues in like Kentucky where bourbon is, like to have the name bourbon, as you guys know, to have the name bourbon on a bottle has to be made in the USA.
Yep.
Correct.
So you can actually have bourbon in Alaska, which most people don't think so.
And Tommy used to give us some numbers all the time. It has to be like 51%.
51%.
Corn,
yeah, you're correct.
Corn. Yeah.
Yep.
Corn
No, it's I love bourbon. There's nothing wrong with bourbon.
No. I mean, I think it's nice and dark. And it actually helps hydrate when you're eating barbecue for some reason.
God, that's a myth. That's a myth of bourbon right there.
That's a myth. I'm just saying.
It helps give you a buzz and allow you to eat more. Okay.
Well, hydrate, buzz.
Myth of bourbon.
You know what I mean? They kind of go together.
So, but we keep going on. We keep pushing ourselves. We have a new episode starting in November. This was Chip and Tommy all day long. You guys just kind of spitballed it out and made a great, convincing argument to me to get it done. But DestinationQ, it was a slam dunk. It's basically going to be, these are restaurants in and around New England, and could be New York, that are so fantastic that you will get in your car with your family on a Saturday or a Sunday and take the ride, be it an hour, be it 3 hours, to go to one of these restaurants just to experience the food at the restaurant and then head back home. So that's what we're looking to hunt. We hunt them in regional areas, and we're going to start releasing those one a week starting in November. Those are going to be, I think, a lot of fun.
We already got some good stuff in the can.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch them.
Yep.
Yeah, you won't be disappointed.
Like I may have been to a couple of them, but I'll tell you right now, like I've watched the Food Network for years, Guy Fieri, and they have, diners, drivers, and dives.
Yep.
I think this is the new version. In New England, it's all about barbecue.
Yeah, we didn't steal a page out of his book, but like him, we didn't just want you to experience the customer side of the visit. Mm-hmm. We wanted you to understand why it's generated into such a great on-site location, both from possibly the owner or the management staff, and the customers and our experience there too. Mm-hmm. So that's what it is. It's us showing up, appointed. We make an appointment. We go in. Hey, how you doing? This is who you're going to meet. We get to sit down. We have we try some of their food. We would go back in the kitchen. Some of these places started off as food trucks and relocated to brick and mortar. So just to see how they're getting it done is amazing. These are a lot of fun.
It's a nice contrast with the competition stuff that we report on because it's two different animals.
Oh, absolutely,
completely.
Absolutely.
And it's just a nice contrast seeing how different it is to run the restaurant versus doing a competition with the gun at your head, getting everything done on time. It's so different and beautiful behind the scenes looks at stuff. And
this is exactly
how much work goes into it.
What's the question we get first asked all the time? Oh, barbecue guys, what do you recommend in Rhode Island? Or what do you recommend? And, we can pull names out of a hat at that point because whatever we say, people are going to be like, oh, I'm going to try that. Even if it's, Uncle Ted's friggin' Clam Shack. But my point is this is not. These are well-known, highly researched and required taste of barbecue for one reason or another. Might be a great nightlife. It might be a great food culinary experience. But there's a different aspect to why everyone is great, and it's a must-see, and it becomes a DestinationQ. So look for that in November. You're going to love it. It's going to add to our arsenal of content that we're going to put out weekly. That's and I got people that want to quit already, but that's our goal. Our goal is if we can have a cook, a podcast, and a Destination Q weekly starting in November, I think that's fantastic.
That's a three-headed monster.
Here's a curveball. Is there a way for our listeners, again, we have almost 1,000, for them to submit their favorite barbecue place? And it's funny. We may not get there, but it's just something for the internet to say, hey, this is great, that's great.
Oh, we listened to
Funny you say that, but remember we had the idea of having like a March Madness with barbecue joints.
Yep. You're reading my mind. Get out of my head.
Sorry. Been there for a long time.
You got room for 3 on that tour?
March
Madness. It's going to be open to our public. So to answer your question, Tony, absolutely. We get people weekly that write us up and say, hey, where's the recipe for this? Which we do have for the folks that don't know, wiseguysbbq.com, a full website that has links to all of our content in there, as well as cookbooks and all kinds of great stuff. But we get all kind of information back, like, hey, recipes, please, and where is this place, and who do I? And this is a cool one. I love this. Some of you guys are real smart. Hey, when I get there, who do I ask for? I love that one. And that makes so much sense because if you got a name to connect when you walk in the door, you get a good seat and you might get some little bit better barbecue, right? You might not get sold out on something. So it's good. Keep asking those questions. But to your point, we said, hey, once we got 16 of these things, whatever.
Nothing, I'm good.
He's like, oh, you say.
What's your point effort?
Once we got 16 of these things, what could we do something, right? So we said, all right, I think we can get, if we don't kill some of the people that work with us, we should be able to get 16 of these things filmed, edited, and distributed by by March. And wouldn't it be cool to have, instead of a Sweet 16 of basketball, a Sweet 16 of barbecue? And we were just going to go possibly regionally so people could even try them head to head, right?
Yeah, so we'll get it. We'll get it, within a reasonable drive for you guys. We're not going to send you down to Carolina or something to try something. This will be
absolutely. This is all New England.
All within an hour.
If we went there, you should be able to get there. It's a destination. Yeah. It's a Destination Q. You got to get in the car and go. But if you're going to go to one, you should be able to get to the other one that will peer. Is my point. Yep. So you could go out and get like lunch and take home from 2 different places, and then now have a good understanding of. And then we want people to kind of like vote and give us their opinions on who should win. And we're going to bracket them off.
And we'll set that up. We'll set that up like regionally, so we'll get like 3 or 4 places in a certain area.
Did I just say that?
I don't know if you did.
Yeah, but something.
I knew what you were saying. All right, but as usual, you got marbles in my mouth. So.
Well, besides the marbles, just talking regionally. But in the Rhode Island barbecue news, it's regionally, but it's actually nationwide because you have some out there from Vegas, from Texas. You have places all over. So I know the March Madness might be local to, let's say, New York East, right? But going forward, we might be able to do it. West Coast, East Coast.
We'll review on everything, but that contest or competition or event, it's going to be nothing but fun. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Get a DraftKings account. It's all I tell you.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
No, it's good. I think that would have to be something that like we went to. And if we went to, it's regional. And don't get me wrong, we got stuff Maine, New Hampshire. We got Vermont, we got suburban Boston, regional Boston, Connecticut, New York, Rhode Island. Believe it or not, so we have a good spread of the New England states.
It's going to work
outside of New England to get some things done, and it's going to be great. So Destination Q starting in November, 1 a week. Let us know what you think. And to Tony's point, once you get a gist of the content. If there's something else that you heard of that you think is your favorite place, or you'd get in a car any Saturday and go to it, then please, by all means, let us know and we'll check it out. And then it makes our list. It makes our list for sure.
Well, I went to a food truck over the weekend in Smithfield. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, I listened to the podcast like I always do.
Yeah.
And he was going to be there, Bobby. He was going to be there on Saturday. I'm like, let's go. So I went by myself.
Yeah.
I got enough food for the family for dinner and then some.
You went to Big Bobby's.
Big Bobby's, yeah. Went to Big Bobby's Q.
Well, that's shooting fish in a barrel right there because we know he can cook. Though?
It is because I know about it.
Yeah.
But if I wasn't listening and I wasn't attuned to the podcast in the the newsletter and all the information you guys provide, I would have had no idea that he was there. I didn't go for. I mean, nothing against Barton Farms; they have great apples. I didn't go there for that.
Yeah.
I drove in, parked. Give me some food. Give me some barbecue enough for like 5 or 7 people.
How do you like them apples?
That's it. I'm like, Apple didn't even touch one.
So a funny thing about tea, not to get like sentimental and all this stuff, but when we first started this, one of our things was that we knew we had to do was Backyard Barbecue Heroes.
Yes.
And that was a main thing. We wanted to talk to people that weren't competing, didn't own a restaurant, but just like to cook for their family. And you did a great job and been doing it for a while and gotten very good at it. And you were the first guy I thought of.
Yeah.
Because I know you've been smoking for years and you've been trying to get me over there to enjoy your food, and I never went, and no excuse, but
it happens. Family comes first.
Yeah, so Backyard Barbecue Heroes, this was my number one draft pick right here, and we found some other guys down the road. But what do you got coming? You got any ideas coming up?
So we got a smoke coming in a few weeks. It'll be out. I'll tell you, we are going to do the beef ribs, right? The dinosaur ribs. Yep. We're going to do that. That's all you're going to know. I have of course, what's my Tony 2 smoke? So I'm smoking something else as well to go alongside the ribs. So we're
I know
do
what
that,
you're smoking.
Right? You do. They don't. I'm not telling them. They can tune in and find out next week. Maybe we'll drop it next week.
Gold.
Yeah. It is Hawaiian Gold. But what we're doing, we do the ribs, and I have 2 racks. They're about 7 pounds each. I am doing a unique one, as we talked about. It's going to be something that most would probably never assume it to be. Now, what I
with something that you wouldn't naturally assume would go with barbecue.
Right, you would never say, "Oh, that's with ribs." You would never think that.
Awesome.
But what I can tell you is, it's where the product I'm sourcing is from outside the U.S.
Okay.
And normally
Dover Sole.
No, that's it.
Shit.
But normally it's it's in the woods, and it's usually next to oak trees. So it grows next to oak trees. This is as far as we're getting.
Okay.
It can be anywhere outside the U.S. Usually Europe, so I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's what we're doing. So you got to tune in next week
awesome.
to maybe get a little
forward.
hint to figure it out.
Yeah.
If you figure it out, please hit us up. Let us know what you think it is. If you can guess what my secret ingredient is, you will receive something from Wise Guys Barbecue.
He's promising something.
That pumpkin.
Dude, listen, I can promise anything from anybody, right? But you will get something, even if I have to pay for it. You're good. You will get something from Wise Guys Barbecue if you can email us or text us and say, "Hey, I know."
Yeah, if you know what it is, if you got it from that, you deserve something.
You
we'll
deserve
something.
I don't know. You're in the room
You can
somewhere.
pick any book off the shelf.
You get something. We'll figure that out later.
All right, folks.
Well, we've covered a lot of stuff today, Vince.
Yeah. No, I'm glad we kind of reaffirmed who the heck we are and why. We do like to have fun, and that's what this is all about. Competitors, competition groups who have led us down the path, who've opened our eyes, have definitely you're the salt of the earth. Thank you very much. We'll get back to that too, I think. But right now there is just so much barbecue out there. We want to just continue to cover every aspect of it and eat it and
it's an unending source.
Yeah, no, it's great.
It just keeps feeding us and feeding us.
And gentlemen, I want to close with a toast.
All right.
You guys started off with the understanding of just how can I help the community?
Yeah.
How can I provide information? You've done that. And I think it's just the beginning of a long adventure.
Thank you.
Gentlemen,
I hope so.
cheers.
Cheers. Good luck.
I feel like we're in The Hobbit.
Tony Two.
There you go.
Let's start over, yeah.
Chin down.
All right, folks. Well, Tony, thank you for the booze and the chair. And I can't wait to see what that surprise element is in your cook in a couple weeks. You'll all get a chance to see it firsthand. It'll be on the channel for sure. Good night, folks. Thank you very much.
Ciao.